Battlecry takes the multiplayer shooter genre and gives it a little twist by taking out all the guns. Well, most of them anyway. It's the debut title from Bethesda Softworks' new studio, Battlecry Studios, and it presents a global conflict where gunpowder has been banned, and armies do battle with retro-futuristic weapons in designated war zones. Without guns, rockets, and grenades, how did the world's superpowers fight each other in war? With something called pansophic technology. These are the magical inventions that let swords transform into shields, power magnetic rifles, and power other impossible gadgets. There are more traditional weapons like crossbows and knives, but the removal of things like shotguns and rocket launchers makes Battlecry feel unique. It plays more like a frenzied multiplayer brawler than the likes of Team Fortress 2. Battlecry is brutal and bloody, but it's also really beautiful. It has a stylish, illustrative look thanks to the oversight of creative director Viktor Antonov. He's the man behind the look of games like Half-Life 2 and Dishonored, and his influence in the game is immediately clear. The game's cel-shaded aesthetic, described by Antonov as a fairy tale romantic perception of war and death, is heavily influenced by comic books, turn-of-the-century illustration, and mysticism. Battlecry is publisher Bethesda Softworks' first foray into the free-to-play game space. Players will spend in-game currency called iron on things like skins and armor, and hats, obviously. And while Bethesda and Battlecry Studios aren't revealing much about their free-to-play plans, they promise their approach is very different from what a lot of other people are doing in this space. The team-based multiplayer combat of Battlecry really doesn't play like anything else, and it's a promising debut from Battlecry Studios. Still, just the words free-to-play can turn a lot of people off, so Bethesda's approach better convince those players that Battlecry is worth their time. Battlecry is entering a crowded, free-to-play space, but its sense of style and its focus on melee and ranged combat might be enough to help it stand out from that crowd.